Today's sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play fake. Nixon. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Now a play fake here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. ground. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Now, these two teams, the Saints and Niners, they played maybe the game of the year in the NFL in 2019. Had 94 points between them. Lead changes left and right. Breeze had 5 touchdowns, 4 for Garoppolo. And you might remember the catch and stiff-arming run by George Kittle where he just refused to go down. And then in the end, it was Robbie Gould who would kick the field goal as time expired, and the Niners would win it 48-46. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Seven, our score after 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. 4th down now. San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked for someone else, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Nixon. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Play action. Nixon. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And it's up and good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a
fan bases. They're happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Off the play fake. Nixon. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's in for the 49ers score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Throwing on 3rd and long. Nixon, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Nixon. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something like that, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Running with Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw on 2nd down. Nixon. He's got it in. Complete. The 40. 20. 10. Touchdown. 49ers. Dante Pettis. 91 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
It's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss.
Pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, it goes a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Once again, it's Mostert, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Mostert. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. midfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Again, he'll drop the throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
He takes a shot on the release as this should be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints get a bit closer.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup. Throwing on 1st down. Nixon. Dancing
Jackson to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On second down, Mostert down right around the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Joseph's got it. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down. It away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They'll look to throw again. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Is caught at the end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Melvin Gordon with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Running the counter with Mostert. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 74 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins gives way to Cook. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, Cousins. Throw outside on target to Thielen. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. They'll run for it with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Good job.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this time he is in. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. again. It's Breeze. The 20. That one complete to Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, 47 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Cousins to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We see the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Cousins. Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. From midfield, here's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And that's caught by Smith. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Now Breeze on the bootleg. That's complete to his running back, Camaro. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that is Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen now, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking 1st down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. Got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Cousins on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He gets it left side of Johnson. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal for Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for the Viking touchdown. B.C. Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Breeze. And ball tight end Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Option play, and Hill will keep it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Left side here to Sanders. And Sanders has it pumped free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
A double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they're coming to for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Breeze to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's third down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run. This is Kamara, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Pretty large mental mistake right there to give them the first.
In situational football, you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a 1st down, so you can't jump off sides, you can't encroach, you've got to be careful.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. This is Murray. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.